Welcome back to James English. I'm Jayz.
And I'm Amy. EP38, May 8th.
And today I've been meaning to.
The language of procrastination, good intentions, things we've been putting off, and the particular kind of guilt and humor that surrounds them.
Because everyone procrastinates. In every language, in every culture, the human tendency to delay what we intend to do is universal. But the English vocabulary for it is remarkably specific and genuinely useful.
In Chinese, we have a saying, 明日复明日,明日何其多. Tomorrow after tomorrow, how many tomorrows can there be? It's from a classical poem about the danger of always putting things off. Tomorrow is always available as an excuse until it isn't.
Tomorrow after tomorrow? How many tomorrows can there be? That's one of the most quietly devastating observations about procrastination I've ever heard. The Spanish have mañana tomorrow used to describe the habitual putting off of things. The English equivalent in character, if not in word, is one of these days.
One of these days, at some unspecified future point, things will happen. One of these days, I'm going to learn to play the piano. One of these days, we'll go back to Japan. The road paved with good intentions.
The road to hell is paved with good intentions. One of the most famous English proverbs, meaning intentions without action can lead to bad outcomes or simply to nothing at all. Good intentions are not enough. Good intentions that remain only intentions are almost worse than no intention.
Heavy opening for an episode about procrastination.
Let's keep it light from here. We've established the stakes. Now let's learn the language.
Let's get around to it.
The vocabulary of procrastination, the specific natural phrases English speakers use to describe the gap between intention and action.
I've been meaning to. I have had this intention for some time. I've been meaning to call her for weeks. I've been meaning to sort out that drawer. Meaning to is the classic procrastination opener. It announces the intention clearly while implicitly acknowledging that the action hasn't happened.
I keep meaning to. The intention recurs repeatedly. I keep meaning to book that dentist appointment. Keep meaning to is slightly stronger. The intention has returned again and again. You're aware of the pattern.
I haven't gotten around to it. I haven't managed to do it yet, usually due to lack of time or energy rather than lack of intention. I've been meaning to start that course, but I just haven't gotten around to it. Get around to find the time and energy to do something that has been delayed.
I keep putting it off, deliberately delaying something each time you could do it. I need to make that phone call, but I keep putting it off. Put off, postpone, defer. I've been putting off dealing with the paperwork for months. Each instance of not doing it is a choice, even if an unconscious one.
It's been on my list forever, an item that has been on the to-do list for so long it's become a fixture. I need to reorganize the bookshelf. It's been on my list forever. Forever is hyperbolic, but understood a long time, longer than it should have been.
I'll get to it eventually, a vague future commitment. The word eventually does a lot of work here. It's honest in that it doesn't specify when, but it maintains the fiction that the thing will be done eventually is the polite cousin of never.
Eventually is the polite cousin of never. That should be on a mug.
I just can't seem to make myself do it. The honest acknowledgement that the barrier is internal, not circumstantial. I've had the gym membership for 3 months and I just can't seem to make myself go. Can't seem to signals that effort has been made but hasn't worked. There's no shame in the phrase, just honesty.
I work well under pressure, the self-justifying claim of the chronic last-minute worker. I always leave things to the last minute, but I work well under pressure. Whether or not this is true varies by person, but it's a very commonly made claim.
And the productive procrastination, admission, I tidied my entire flat instead of doing the thing I was supposed to do. Productive procrastination, doing useful things to avoid doing the most important thing. I've cleaned the kitchen, reorganized my desk, and replied to 3 months of emails, anything to avoid starting the report.
The psychology behind these phrases, because understanding why we procrastinate helps us talk about it more honestly.
In English, people talk about procrastination fairly openly. It's not a shameful secret, it's a shared human experience that generates humor and sympathy in equal measure.
I'm my own worst enemy when it comes to getting started. Own worst enemy, someone who creates their own obstacles. When it comes to getting started, I'm my own worst enemy. The starting is the hardest part.
The blank page problem. I can't start until everything is ready. Perfectionism as procrastination waiting for ideal conditions that never arrive. I've been meaning to start the course, but I want to set up a proper study system first. The setup becomes the delay.
In Chinese, 万事俱备之前东风，万事俱备，米酒将东风。Everything is ready, only the east wind is lacking.
Everything is ready, only the east wind is lacking. That's the perfectionist's lament. The east wind may never come. At some point, you begin without it.
At some point, you begin without it. That might be the best anti-procrastination advice.
The Nike version, just do it. 3 words, extremely effective if you can actually make yourself listen to them.
Ha, the gap between knowing and doing.
The vocabulary of finally doing things because procrastination stories always have a resolution sometimes.
I finally got around to it. The task has been completed after a long delay. I finally got around to booking the dentist, only 8 months late. Finally, signals the delay was acknowledged, and the completion is a small victory. I finally dealt with it.
I bit the bullet. Forced yourself to do something unpleasant or difficult. I bit the bullet and made the phone call I'd been dreading. Bit the bullet from an old medical practice of having patients bite a bullet during painful procedures without anesthetic now means facing something difficult with courage. I bit the bullet and sorted out my taxes.
I just got on with it, decided to stop delaying, and simply began. In the end, I just got on with it. Sat down, started, and it wasn't as bad as I built it up to be. Get on with it. Proceed. Stop talking about it and do it. Just get on with it, is both the instruction and the description of compliance.
I ripped off the Band-Aid, did something uncomfortable quickly to get it over with. I ripped off the Band-Aid and sent the email. Rip off the Band-Aid like removing a sticking plaster. Better done quickly than slowly, a moment of sharp discomfort followed by relief.
I'm glad I did it, the retrospective relief of completion. I procrastinated for 3 months and then I did it in an hour. I'm so glad I did it. The ratio of delay to effort is often wildly disproportionate. 3 months of dread for 60 minutes of work.
One of the great truths of procrastination, the imagined task is almost always harder than the actual task.
Almost always. That almost is doing important work. Let me be honest about my own procrastination. Real examples.
Please, the honesty is the point.
I have been meaning to update my portfolio website for 8 months. 8 months. I am a graphic designer. This is my primary professional tool, and yet there is always something more urgent, or at least more concrete. A client needs something by Thursday. That feels real. The portfolio can wait until next week. Next week becomes next month.
Practically a different year.
I also have 3 books. I've been in the middle of for different lengths of time. The middle of a book is a very comfortable place to stay. You don't have to decide how it ends.
That is genuinely itsy file.
I've been meaning to go to the exhibition that closed last month, and I've been meaning to call a friend I haven't spoken to in too long.
What's stopping you, genuinely?
Nothing. That's the thing. Nothing is actually stopping me. The portfolio, I know what needs to be done. The phone call, I know she'd be happy to hear from me. The books, I could pick them up tonight. The only thing between the intention and the action is the action.
The only thing between the intention and the action is the action. That's the whole problem, stated perfectly.
I'm going to call her after we finish recording this.
I'll hold you to that.
Good. I need the accountability.
My procrastination specialty, the inbox, not the email inbox, though that too. The physical inbox I've kept since university, a tray where things that need attention go. Paperwork, receipts, things that arrived in the post. I'll deal with it when I have a proper chunk of time. The chunk of time rarely comes. The tray gets fuller.
I cannot tell you why, the most honest sentence a procrastinator can say.
Completely inexplicable in retrospect. Phrases for talking about procrastination with other people because this is also a conversational topic.
I've been putting off calling the landlord about the damp. The specific example shared in casual conversation, the other person will almost certainly respond. Oh, I know that feeling. I've been meaning to sort out my car insurance for months.
Procrastination is bonding. Shared delay creates connection. You too. I thought I was the only one. You almost never are.
Remind me to do that, outsourcing your own motivation to another person. Remind me to book tickets when we get home. Don't let me forget to call the bank tomorrow. An honest acknowledgement that your own memory and motivation need external support.
I've set a reminder, a modern solution, using technology to compensate for willpower. I've set a reminder for 10 a.m. tomorrow, I'll do it then. The reminder as commitment device.
I'm going to do it today, I mean it this time. The repeated declaration that sometimes actually works. I said I'd sort it out last week, but today I genuinely will. The I mean it this time is what elevates this from the usual vague intention.
Accountability partner. Someone who you commit to and who checks in on your progress. I told my friend I'd finish the first chapter by Sunday. It's my accountability partner system. A very popular concept in productivity and self-improvement.
And the gentle check-in, did you ever sort out that thing you mentioned? A friend following up. I asked because I noticed you seemed stressed about it, said with care, not judgment.
Care, not judgment. That's the right tone for procrastination conversations, because most of us are doing our best with imperfect willpower and limited time. Gentleness toward yourself and others is both productive and kind. I want to add something about the difference between healthy delay and harmful procrastination, because not all delay is equal, and English has vocabulary for both.
Yes, this is important. The word procrastination carries a negative charge, but sometimes waiting is wisdom.
The poet Keats wrote about negative capability, the capacity to remain in uncertainty without irritably reaching for facts or reason, the ability to sit with something unresolved. That's not procrastination, that's patience.
In Chinese, we say, 欲速则不达, 欲速则不达, haste makes waste, roughly. But more precisely, if you desire speed, you will not arrive.
And we say in English, sleep on it. I'll sleep on it. I won't decide immediately. I'll let time and rest work on the problem. Sleep on it is wisdom, not delay.
So, how do you know the difference? When is delay wisdom and when is it avoidance?
I think the honest question is, am I waiting because more time will genuinely improve my decision or my work? Or am I waiting because starting is uncomfortable?
The discomfort test. If the delay is about avoiding discomfort, it's procrastination. If it's about genuinely needing more information, more time, more rest, it's something else.
I'm not ready yet. Sometimes true. I'm still gathering information. I need to think this through more carefully. These are legitimate reasons to wait.
I'm waiting for the right moment. Sometimes true, sometimes not. The right moment is real when it has a specific definition. When the data is in, when the contract is signed, when the season changes. The right moment is avoidance when it has no definition at all.
I'll know when the time is right. An honest assessment or an indefinite deferral, depending on whether you've actually thought about what right looks like.
And perhaps most honestly, I'm not sure whether I'm being patient or procrastinating. The admission of uncertainty about your own motivations. Very grown-up, very English in its self-examination.
I'm going to give myself a deadline, self-imposed structure to convert patient delay into action. I'm giving myself until Friday. After that, I decide and move forward. The deadline as the east wind, you stop waiting for it to arrive naturally and create it yourself.
Create the east wind. That's the answer to 万事俱备，只欠东风.
Create it yourself.
The language of good intentions and plans.
I fully intend to, a strong declaration of intention, slightly formal. I fully intend to finish this project by the end of the month. Fully signals seriousness, not a vague hope, but a committed intention.
I've been putting together a plan, preparation as action, sometimes as a substitute for action. I've been putting together a plan to sort it out properly. Putting together suggests work in progress.
I've drawn up a list, made a written plan. I've drawn up a list of everything I need to do. I'm going to work through it methodically. Methodically, systematically, one item at a time, in order.
I'm going to set aside some time for it. Deliberately schedule the task. I'm going to set aside Saturday morning specifically for this. Set aside reserve. Protect from other uses.
I've blocked out. Put time in the diary for a specific purpose. I've blocked out Wednesday afternoon for nothing but this project. Blocked out prevented other things from entering that time slot. Calendar terminology that has entered general English.
I'm treating it like an appointment. Giving the task the same commitment as a scheduled meeting. I'm treating Saturday morning like a dentist's appointment I can't cancel. The trick of making something feel non-negotiable.
Role play. Two friends talking about things they've been putting off.
Have you sorted out that thing with your landlord yet? The damp issue.
Ha! Absolutely not. I keep meaning to, but every time I think about calling, I find something more immediately pressing to do.
I know that feeling exactly. I've been putting off updating my portfolio for I don't want to say how long.
How long?
8 months.
8 months. You're a designer. Your portfolio is your...
I know there's no excuse. I've been meaning to do it for 8 months, and something always comes up, or more honestly, I let something come up.
The distinction between something comes up and I let something come up, that's very honest.
Uncomfortably honest.
I'm the same with the dentist. I'm overdue, not significantly overdue, just the chunk of time to book it, and then actually go hasn't materialized.
The chunk of time never materializes.
Never. You have to just do it without the chunk.
I'm going to do the portfolio this weekend.
I'll text you on Monday and ask how it went.
Please do. I'll be too embarrassed not to do it if I know you're going to ask.
Let's unpack. I let something come up. The admission that the obstacle was not external, but chosen. Very honest and slightly uncomfortable. Important English for self-reflection.
The chunk of time to book it hasn't materialized. Materialized, appeared, become real. The chunk of time we imagine needs to exist before we can do something rarely materializes because we never create it deliberately.
And the accountability, commitment, text me on Monday. Using social pressure productively. The embarrassment of admitting you didn't do it can be a powerful motivator.
As it worked for me. Lightning round, procrastination vocabulary.
Ready.
Something you've delayed for far too long.
I've been meaning to sort out my home contents insurance for about 4 months. I keep putting it off. I have absolutely no idea why it would take 30 minutes.
You finally did something you've been avoiding.
I bit the bullet and dealt with 3 months of paperwork last weekend. Took 1 hour. I felt completely ridiculous for having put it off so long.
You have good intentions but no action yet.
I've had every intention of starting to learn Spanish for approximately 6 years. I keep meaning to. I've downloaded 2 apps. Both still there, both neglected.
You use busyness to avoid the real task.
I reorganized my entire bookshelf and cleaned the bathroom rather than starting the thing I was supposed to be doing. Classic productive procrastination.
You're about to commit to something for real this time.
I'm going to do it today. I mean it this time. I'm blocking out 2 hours this afternoon and treating it like a meeting I can't cancel.
You need someone to keep you accountable.
Remind me next week to check in on the dentist thing. I need the external pressure, or I'll just keep finding reasons to delay.
Perfect. Every answer, honest, specific, and full of the phrases real people use.
Homework. Name one thing you've been meaning to do for too long. Write it down in English. Give it a specific day and time and tell us in the comments what it is so we can ask you about it next time.
The accountability starts here.
And remember the ancient wisdom. 明日复明日，明日何其多. Tomorrow after tomorrow, how many tomorrows can there be?
See you tomorrow, and I'm going to make that phone call now.
I know you will. Let's learn, speak, and grow together. See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.